Yeah, a little replacement for starts and sits. Editor Maxi giving the credit on this one. New segment, studs
and
versus
duds.
Studs
and duds. Max, thank
Max
you for
envelope.
that name.
Yep.
Where'd you come up with that one?
Just the old dome.
Oh, the old Disney.
Amazing. Marketing major coming in clutch. So on this segment, we pick our stud to go over his player prop for the week and a dud to go under his player prop for the week. I started off, and I got a bit of an unconventional one. We got Justin Tucker over 1.5 field goals this week. Here's why: Ravens have not played.
Wait, this is your stud.
This is your stud.
Stud. My stud. And I think that the Rams are going to start off a little slow in the first half. I think they probably take 3 on multiple drives in the first half. Yeah. And I think Tucker, maybe it's a far one, but I think Ravens offense won't be as good as they are before. Maybe he hits one from just fringe field goal range, but I think 2 field goals is an absolute lock for Justin Tucker this week against the Texans.
Yeah, I like that too, just because I don't have any stats to back this up. I didn't do any research on this, but I feel like teams coming out of the bye week sometimes are very it takes a second for them to get going. So I could totally see Ravens first drive down the field, stall out, field goal, and then just maybe a game-winning field goal. Yeah, one more. So I love that bet. I think that's a good one. My stud this week. Sorry, I just love the name. I don't know.
Great name.
My stud this week is going to be Baker Mayfield over 1.5 passing TDs. You can get this for -115 right now, most books. But I think Baker. I mean, after last week, maybe if he's hurt, I don't know that you might want to reconsider. But I mean, last week Baker against the Eagles defense, he's insane. 337 passing yards and 3 TDs. I think it was. Yeah. So I think that's got to be a lock, and I like the guys he's throwing too. I like the offense; it looks really good right now. So I'll take Baker Mayfield for over 1.5 passing TDs.
Sweet.
All right, for my stud of the week, I'm going Jahmyr Gibbs over 45 rushing yards.
Yeah, low line,
very low line. Yeah, you got Monty in the split backfield, but we've seen it all year. Brendan loves Monty, but
my guy.
Yeah.
But if someone's gonna break off a big play,
it's gonna be him. You've seen it all year.
Exactly.
He's got that big playability
for rushing yards anyway.
So over 44.5 rushing yards should be a lock. Stud.
It's a great stud.
All right. So for my over, I'm gonna go Josh Allen.
You're what?
My stud.
What over?
My stud.
Yeah, right.
Josh Allen over 33.5 passing attempts. So far this season, Allen's averaged 34.1 pass attempts per game, so it's a pretty fair line. High number still. In his career against the Chiefs, though, he averages 36.7 attempts in 6 games. And I mean, Allen Mahomes games always turn into those shootouts. So at that point, it seems like Allen will definitely be passing the ball at a pretty high rate. So that's why, as my stud, take Allen over 33.5 pass attempts.
I like that stud.
Good stud, man.
My dud of the week is going to be Allen's number 1 receiver, Stephon Diggs. Hits close to home with Enzo. Obviously, not great in his fantasy team, and hasn't even been great in the playoffs. His number is 64.5 yards.
Did he not have a good team? Sorry, I just wanted to did he not have a good game last week?
I mean, he had 50 yards. I think.
Oh, he did.
I don't think he had a touchdown either. Yeah. And I mean, his line's at 64.5 yards, and this line is pretty absurd in my opinion. Since October 15th, he's hit this number 4 out of the last 12 games. And in the last 6 weeks, he's hit this number once.
Stephon Diggs is a fraud.
6
I don't
games.
know what it is.
Pretty
I think
insane.
He needs to do something better.
It's brutal. Yeah, no, I mean, the Kansas City corners, they boxed up Tyreek. He had he had 62 yards, and 53 of them came on 1 catch on a bad throw by Tua, which he turned into a touchdown. I think Snead and McDuffie are elite corners. And, I mean, besides that, 4 catches, 12 yards for Tyreek Hill. That's an insane good job by
Dude, McDuffie, we said it. Sorry to cut you off again, but, McDuffie is so good. I just wanted to say that.
He's amazing.
We talked about it before, but he's insane. Sorry. I won't cut you off anymore.
No, yeah. I feel like it's a big game for Khalil Shakir and Gabe Davis. I think they usually go off against the Chiefs. It's not usually Diggs. And I thought, let's go. My dud of the week will be Stephon Diggs on 64.5 yards.
Yeah. All right, my dud of the week. I actually just want to do a little disclaimer. I want to give Dot his props. When we were walking here, he was telling us how, if anyone listened to the podcast at the beginning of the year, Dot was so high on the Packers, and everybody clowned him for it. And now the Packers are in the divisional round. So, hey, Dot's hot or what, but anyway, I don't think that's going to continue. I think Jordan Love had a great game. Super happy for the kid, but I don't think he's going to continue that. I think he goes under 248 and a half pass yards this week. That you can get that at minus 125. So yeah, look, he had a great game last week, but can he really keep that up?
It's the Niners.
Yeah, it's the Niners. That's probably the best defense in the game.
Probably,
Like,
yeah,
Six-ranked pass defense.
I mean, look, he might start off hot, like we said. Like teams coming off bye weeks sometimes start slow, but I just don't think like that Packers team really has the weapons or just the
Firepower.
yeah to keep up with that team.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go Jordan Love under 248 and a half passing yards as my dud this week.
Love that.
All right, for my dud this week, I kind of coupled with Kevin and his pass attempts. I'm going Josh Allen under 44 and a half rushing yards. I feel like I agree with Kevin. It's going to be a shootout, so he's going to be throwing that rock like he does. I don't think he's going to be running unless it's to escape for 4 or 5 yards. I mean, those sometimes add up, but can he do that 8 times? Probably not. So I think it's going to be a more pass-heavy game, as it always is between those two teams. So I'm going my dud, Josh Allen, under 44 and a half rushing yards.
Like it.
For my dud, I'm going Jaden Reed under 43 and a half receiving yards. Similar in unison with Zoe's pick. Again, it's just the Niners, 6th ranked pass defense in the season. And last week too, Reed did not have a reception. He saw 3 targets, but Love was targeting Dobbs a lot, and the Packers also did run the ball a ton. With that in mind, the Niners are rested, high power defense. I could see Reed having under 43 and a half yards against San Fran. So yeah, take the dud. Jaden Reed under 43 and a half.
Love that.